Hi everyone, my name's Cynthia and I'm a somatic therapist. I help people pleasers and nice girls to stop living for others and to start living the juicy, luscious lives they're meant to live. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the power of your no. I'm going to share with you one way that you can start saying no today, and then I'll guide you through a somatic exercise so that we can actually practice saying no. The struggle is real. So if you are a people pleaser, a nice girl, then I'm sure you've experienced the difficulty in saying no at times. And I want to start by saying that it's 100% okay for you to say no. And sometimes it's necessary. As a recovering people pleaser, I know that it's not always easy. And sometimes it might feel impossible to say no. But it's something that it's important for our own sense of self-respect. So there are many different reasons why it can be challenging to say no. One being that sometimes we might want to avoid conflict, right? If we grew up in non-confrontational families or cultures, then it might not come naturally, might not feel comfortable to be confrontational. Another reason is feeling afraid to disappoint others or to let people down. And sometimes we might feel a sense of obligation, where we feel we have to, we should do the thing or help someone out or go to the event. So why is it important to be able to say no? So there's a lot of important reasons. So no is an important word for us to set boundaries, right? When we say no, we're communicating to others that something's not okay for us. No is also an important word to help us protect our time and energy, right? Especially if you're in a space in your life where you're feeling tired, exhausted, overwhelmed, and you may be needing some time for yourself to replenish, to do some self-care. And so that's when it becomes really important for you to be able to protect your time and energy. No is an important word for safety and being able to protect ourselves. So as girls, as people pleasers, we're conditioned, we're groomed to be people pleasers and to say yes to every request, every invitation, every demand. And sometimes it doesn't even occur to us that we can say no. And it saddens me at times when I hear those stories about girls or women who find themselves in compromising situations, oftentimes with men, in dating, where it doesn't even occur to them that they can say no, or they don't have the capacity to say no and protect themselves. So saying no is important for our own sense of self-respect and self-trust. Each time that you say no when you really want to say, or each time that you say yes when you want or need to say no, you're actually chipping away at your own sense of self-respect. And over time, you can start to lose trust in yourself. So there's a personal cost that you pay when you don't say no, and you need to. Okay, so now we're getting to the good stuff. So what's one way that you can start saying no today? So what I want to invite you to try is the next time someone offers an invitation to you to go out to lunch or to get together, or someone has some kind of a request or they ask for help or some favor, before automatically saying yes, which people pleasers tend to do, I'm going to invite you to take a beat, take a pause, and you're going to say something like, that's a great That sounds great. I would love to do that. I would like to help. And let me check my schedule. Or can I think about it and I'll get back to you? So, what that does is, in taking a beat, taking a pause for yourself and saying that, you're interrupting the old pattern. It's a pattern interrupt. And you're creating a new pattern, right? Of pausing, setting a boundary so that you have time to check in with yourself to see if you really want to do the thing, to see if it feels aligned, right? Do you have the capacity to do what's being asked for? So let me know in the comments below if you try this out and how it goes. So now we're going to practice actually saying the word no. So in my work with clients, you'd be surprised how difficult it can be for people to even say the word no. I work with a lot of people pleasers, nice girls, and many of them struggle to even say no. So what I'm going to invite us to do in a minute is you're going to speak the word no, and you're going to turn your attention inwards and notice what your internal reaction is. Does your body relax? Does it soften? Does it open up? Does it contract? Does it tighten? Do you feel stressed? Right? What emotions come up for you? Do you feel anxiety? Do you feel, maybe you feel strength? Maybe it feels good for you. And notice if it feels unfamiliar, familiar to you, right? All of this is valuable information that tells us where you are on the continuum of comfort with saying no, and how much practice you need. So I'm going to invite you now. So in a moment, you're going to say the word no, and I'm going to just pause and be with you as you try this out. And let's see how it goes. So go ahead now. Just going to pause for about 3 seconds and let you say the word no, and just notice what your internal reaction is. Okay. So take note, make a mental note of what came up for you. What was your internal response? Were you able to say the word no? How did it feel for you? Did it feel scary? Did it feel okay? What happened in your body? Did you feel somewhat relaxed? Did you tense up, right? Did you feel like shutting down? Did you feel like running away? And so if you are one of those where maybe you weren't able to say no, or you noticed it brought up anxiety, stress, it was really uncomfortable, maybe you were whispering, maybe you were very reluctant. If you had any experience like that, then that tells me that you need to practice. And so what I would invite you to do is to start to spend a minute every day. It doesn't have to take long. Maybe first thing in the morning when you're getting ready, and standing in front of the mirror and saying no while looking at yourself in the mirror. And what you want to be able to do is to just start practicing no, maybe just a couple times every day. See if you can look yourself in the eye, and you want to get to a point where you can look at yourself in the eye when you're saying no, and to be able to say a firm, audible no. So I'd love to hear from you. Please share with me in the comments below your experiences or thoughts around anything in today's video, and your experiences that come up with these exercises. And I'll see you in the next one.